Good afternoon, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Don't Mess with the Sharp End by Will Power. And I'm assuming it's called that because there's a snake in this puzzle, and you don't want to mess with the sharp end of a snake. I grew up in Australia. You don't want to mess with the sharp end of anything, or even the blunt end of a snake. So, yeah, don't mess with the sharp end of anything. Not mess with it, treat it carefully, and if it's a snake, don't mess with either end of it. Yeah, don't mess with snakes in Australia as a general rule. I mean, don't mess with the spiders in Australia either. There was an episode, I think it was of Peppa Pig. I could be wrong about that, which was pulled from the air in this country because it was all about teach your children to play with spiders and respect them, and it was like, yeah, don't do that in Australia, just don't. Anyway, before we get onto the puzzle, a few days ago I ended the submissions for the Family Day Out puzzle pack, which was created by my mother and I, Maggie and BremSter. There were people who submitted the solution codes as it was possible. We released solution videos a day before it was possible before I stopped accepting solution codes, because people can get stuck and all of that, and no one submitted solutions after that, which was weird. But hey, I've done that before, and yeah, it seems to be a trend. As soon as you release the solution video, people stop submitting codes. I don't know why. But anyway, I want to read out the names of the people who submitted and read out the name of the winner. With the way I do the solution codes, for every puzzle you submit, even if you don't complete the entire pack, you get an entry into winning the prize. So rather than if you get stuck on one of the puzzles, you being ineligible for the prize. It was a 5 puzzle pack. If you completed 4 of them, you got 4 out of the 5 possible entries you could do. And I've done that because some of the packs we've released in the past had some very hard puzzles in it. And I wanted people of all difficulty skill levels to be able to contribute and have a chance of winning. So that's the way I did it. The way I do it. But anyway, the people who submitted, and thank you for those, were Frappi, I'm trying to read it here, Negesh CB, Ken Leroux, No Math Dork, Madeline Dye, Harrison Lee, Mark Weisner, Nig Roberts, Mifir Maddock Jones, and I'm always worried about the pronunciation of that one, Dave, Mardo Tondon, Rodrigo Mahu, Mark Noglia, I'm terrible with this, Passbox, Travis Crump, Brad Logston, Julia Cobbett, Nathan Quinn, Wesley Leong, Eduardo Nicholas Altuna, and FB Jefferson. So they're the people who submitted solution codes, and of those, Travis Crump, congratulations. You're the person I'll be reaching out to figure out which book of the World of Sudoku series you would like a copy of. So thank you to everyone who took place participated and tried out the puzzles, and I hope everyone enjoyed them. There will be another pack coming, and I'll probably do the same thing again. I would love to do other packs and stuff like that, which we could release. So if people have got other things they're doing, I'm happy to talk to you about that. But Maggie and I will probably continue to do this. There may not be prizes involved, but we'll see how we go. Let's have a look at Don't Mess with the Sharp End by Will Power. So, how does this one work? So, normal Sudoku rules apply. So, in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. The snake, which actually looks like a snake, which is really cool, is a palindrome, and the digits on the palindrome must read the same from either end. So, basically, if this line was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it's longer than that. Or if one end of the line was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, this end would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it would have to continue all the way down the line. So whatever digit goes into sort of the 4th cell from one end would have to go into the 4th cell from the other, and that's the way palindromes work. Digits in cages sum to 13. Okay, I can see some stuff about that already, but let's not go into it. But all these are just the killer rule. Digits in cages will sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage, but all of the cages are 13 cages. Cells separated by a black dot are in a 1 to 2 ratio, or one is double the other. Cells separated by a white dot must be consecutive. Not all dots are necessarily given. So it would be perfectly fine for this to be either consecutive or in a 1 to 2 ratio. I don't know. probably, maybe, I don't know. And cells separated by a V must sum to 5. Not all V's are necessarily given. There is no X clues in this puzzle at all. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So the dot ones, because not all dots are necessarily given and not all V's are necessarily given, those are called pairs. So if the Kropki rule means that all dots are given, Kropki pairs means not all dots are given. This is an old the way that those rules have been called for. I think that was a terminology that was started to be used like 10 years ago or something, and there's been a push recently to change the terminology because people find it confusing. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Changing names of stuff or changing terminology that people have used for a long time because people don't want to learn it. I don't know. The names of things change, but turning around to people who have been doing stuff for 10 years and saying, oh, we're just going to change the terminology because we couldn't be bothered learning it. If you did that in other sort of hobbies and everything, it just feels weird. So I'm going to try and keep doing it this way. But yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. Anyway, I've restarted the puzzle. My time has been running. I don't care that much about the time. Let's give this a shot. So I can tell something about that cell right away, because if you think about a black dot, if one cell must be double the other. So every cell or every digit that you put on a black dot must be either low or even, because 1 will double to 2, 2 will double to 4, 3 will double to 6, 4 will double to 8, and then 5 would double to 10, which doesn't work. So any digit that is high or odd, 5, 7, and 9 cannot go on it. So, but when you've got a run of 3 digits like this has to meet the criteria of 2 of them. So you cannot use 3 and 6, which will only partner each other, because you'd go 3, 6, 3, and these two cells would be the same, which you can't do in a box, or 6, 3, 6. So this run here has to be 1, 2, 4, or 8, but you can't put 1, 2, 4, or 8. Why did I do that? 1, 2, 4, or 8, and you can't put 8 in the middle because these would both have to be 4, and you can't put 1 in the middle because these would both have to be 2. So we know that the second digit along the line is 1, 2, 4, or 8, and we know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is 2 or 4, which tells us that this is 1, 2, 4, or 8. That tells us, because of this being 2 or 4, that this is 3 or 1. But that's not on the palindrome. This is 1, 2, 4, or 8, which means this is 1, 2, 4, or 8. And here we go. Because, right, there's a white dot on one end, there's a black dot on the other. So these must be 1 and 2. Because what is both a white dot and a black dot relationship? I probably could have started there. 2 and 4 are not in a white dot relationship. 4 and 8 are not in a white dot relationship. However, 1 and 2 is both a white dot and a black dot relationship. So these are 1 and 2. Not telling me what that is yet, though. But this is a 1-2 pair. So this dot cannot have a 1 or a 2 on it. So it's 3, 6, or 4, 8. Now, I should find the middle of the palindrome. And often, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I might do, and I'm not sure if this, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a 6 cell line. Actually, I've got the first 2 digits. So what I might do is I might start here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're the 6 digits after the 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the yellow line will be the same. Then if I move to, say, a pink line and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if I did this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, what we know is I can't mark that, but that's the middle of the line. So we've got another 1 to 2 ratio here. So and I'm just going to count this to be sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. These are both in a black dot and a white dot relationship. So these are also 1, 2. Now, again, this has to be 4, 8 or 3, 6. It's probably right. I did say I saw something in this box when I was talking about the 13 cages, which is, if we think about this box, the sum of the entire box, all of the digits from 1 to 9, is 45. So we've got a 45 total in the box, but we've got 313 cages, and the 313 cages, if you add them together, is 39. So we know the cells outside the cages are 45 minus 39, which means they sum to 6. So these are 1, 2, and 3. But we've got a 1, 2 pair looking at this one. So this is a 3, and this is a 1, 2 pair. Now this is the last digit along the pink line. So the last digit along the pink line, this is the 3, this is the 6, which means this is a 6. 6 next to on a 13 means that this is 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. So this is 6 and 7. Now, in these cages, I'm going to have 9, wherever the 9 goes is going to go with 4, and then wherever the 8 goes is going to go with 5, and wherever the 7 goes is going to go with 6. I can't put the 7 in here. The 7 is in one of the, because if I put the 7 in here, it's going to go with the 6, and that won't work. Can't put 7 here, so the 7 is in one of these 3, and the 7 is in one of these 3. Can't put 7 here because it would go with 6. 7, 6, 5, 8 might work. So 7 is in one of those two. If this is, no, hang on, this is restricted. This can't be 1, because if this is 1, this would be 12. If this is 2, this would be 11. If this is 4, this would be 9. And if this is 8, this would be 5. So this is 5 or 9. But it means, if this is 8, this is 4, 2 or 4, 2, 1. Okay. Oh, the 3 takes 3, 6 out of this. So this is 4, 8. If this is 8, this is 4. If this is 4, this is 1. Sorry, this is 8 or 2. And it's not 2. This is a 4, 8 run. And this is here. So this is also 4 or 8. In fact, these are both of the digits after the 3, 6. So this is 4 or 8, and this is a V clue. So this is the 4, this is the 1, this is the 8. So going back along the line, this is the 8, this is the 4, this is the 8. In the 13 cage, the 8 goes with 5. This is interesting. I quite like it. The 1 and the 4 take 1, 4 out of here. If this is 2, this can't be 2, it'd be 4. If this is 8, this is 4. So this is always 4. So the third digit along the yellow, which is this one, is 4, which means this is 2, this is 8. 8 goes with 5. The 2 goes with 1. So this is 2 and this is 1, which means this is 2 and this is 1 by Sudoku, which I could have got with that 1. But we're getting places. This is cool. The 3 here makes this 1. I could have used the V clue for that. And this 8 makes this 2, which puts 2 in one of those two. Now this dot is also 3, 6 or 4, 8 because it can't have a 1 or a 2 on it. I'm wondering whether there's like naked singles, because that digit and that digit are the same. They can't be 1, they can't be 2, they can't be 3, they can't be 4, could be 5, can't be 6, could be 7, can't be 8. So it's 5, 7 or 9 because it sees 1, 2, 3, 4, can be 5, sees 6, doesn't see 7, does see 8, doesn't see 9. But it's in a 13 cage. So if this is 9, this is 4. If this is 7, this is 6. Oh, it can't be 4. So this is not 9, which means this is not 9. And if this is 5, this is 8. So this is not a 7 anymore. This is not 7 because this can't be 6 and this can't be 6. This is very weird. So if this is, so one of these two is 6. Well, what's this quadruple? 1, 2, and where does 2 go in this column? I can't put it there or there. So 2 is down here somewhere. This is the 2, and this is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But 9 is not consecutive here. So this is 9. This is 5, 6. If this is 5, this would be 8. Okay, but this is 5, 6. So, but we know back from the 4 on the line towards the 1, 2, this is 9 and this is 5, 6. This 5 makes this 6, which means this is the 6 and this is the 5. 5 goes with 8, which means this is the 6 and this is the 7, which means this is the 7. This is a lot of fun. It's not that hard. Oh, the 1 here goes with 4, which means 4 goes with 9. It's not that hard, but it's good fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is all working. And this is a 1. So what are these three? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 5, 9. So that cell is the same as this. So this is 3, 5, or 9, but it can't be 3 or 9. So this is a 5. This is a 5. There's no 5 down here. This cell, which is, oh, hang on a minute. Have I broken it? No, that's this cell. Because it's coming from this direction. So 2 after the start of pink is 3 or 9. But I did just put a 5 here. So this is an 8. 8 is consecutive with 7 or 9. So is this 3, 7, or 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is 3, 7, or 9. But 3, 9 here is 3, 9 here. This is 7 or 9. 9 would go with 4. 7 would go with 6. What's this triple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 7, or 9. So this is 3, 7, or 9, which means it's 3, 9 because it can't be 7. I take the 7 out of there. This is the 7. This is a 3, 9 pair. This is a 3, 9 pair. That's probably put a lot of restriction on this. Well, the 3 makes this 9 and this 3 and this 9. So this is the 9. This is the 3. 3 comes out of here. This is 7, 9 now. But this has got to be under a lot of pressure now, doesn't it? And there's lots of ways I could probably look at this, such as this 6 taking 3, 6 out of here. So this is 4, 8. There's so much going on in this puzzle. The trick is knowing where to look. What about these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the 3 here makes this 4 and this 3. I mean, this box is probably incredibly powerful, but I'm getting places without looking at it. So, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 1, 6, 9. There's a 1, 9 here. So this is a 6. This is a 1, 9. The 1 here, of course, makes this 9 and this 1. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 5, 7. There's a 3, 7 here. So this is the 5, and I take 5 out of both of those. The 3, 7. This 3 makes this 7 and this 3. Now this cell is known. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, 9, 4, 6. 6, 9, 4. This is a 6. Oh, this 1 looks down, making this 2 and 1, which means this is 1 and 2. But these are now known. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is good because if they didn't sum to 13, I would have had a problem. But that means that these are 5 and 8. I can probably do something with that, but I will get back to it, I suppose. Like if this is 8, oh, this can't be an 8. Because if this is 8, this can't go up because I can't put a 9, 10. So this would go 8, 7, 6, and that would be broken. So this is a 5 and this is an 8. So it's 6, 9, 4, 6, 8, 5. 6, 9, 4, 6, 8, 5. And I've done the whole palindrome now. So I could get rid of those coloured lines. But I kind of like them. They've really helped. So what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, there's no 6 there, and there's no 6 there. So this is the 6, this is the 7, this is the 9. The 4 is looking up, making this 3 and this 4. Now this is going to go 5, well, it can't go up. It can't go 5, 6, 7 because there's 6. So this is 5, 4, 3. And this has to be 7 and 9 because they're what's consecutive with 8. And there's a 7 here. So this is the 9. This is the 7. This becomes a 2, which means this is not the 2. This is the 2. The 4 here looks over making this 8 and this 4. This 3 looks over making this 7 and this 3. And now I've just got to finish the last box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1527, it's had 900 solves. So I've no idea if this is considered, I assume it's considered an easy puzzle because it's had 900 solves. But a long palindrome is actually incredibly hard to put into a puzzle. A long palindrome that looks like a snake like this is really, really cool. And I'm sure there'll be comments along the lines of, oh, this clue was redundant and I never used it, or I didn't need this cage. So what? I find that having clues that people can use in order to people will find different solve paths. I imagine people will not use the palindrome the way I did. They'll use the cages in other ways. They may find other ways to break in. Other people may like use the cages in different ways without realizing this is the middle, or all sorts of stuff. Or they will use this way earlier than I did. Like these consecutives would have been incredibly powerful. I just didn't get to them until the end because I had other stuff to look into. And that's perfectly fine. I love puzzles that do that, particularly if people are trying to learn particular constraints. If you're trying to learn palindrome or you're trying to learn Kropki or anything, then you can focus on the constraints you're trying to learn. This is a really good puzzle. I like this one. Thank you for this one, Willpower. And yeah, absolutely great fun. I've had a bit of a rough day, and this is exactly what I needed in order to feel better. I actually feel better from doing this puzzle. So thank you very much. That was so much fun. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you to everyone who participated in the Family Day Out Pack. And as always, good luck with your solving.